DIS 10 Ethical Hacking and Countermeasure Certification.
Hydra. It's a password cracker, but what I think is amazing about it, and I'll talk you through a few of the features, but just the sheer amount of protocols it accepts out of the box. So if we just type Hydra, it's built into Kali Linux. You can look at my other tutorials on how to install Kali Linux in VirtualBox or VMware. So I've shown you here, shows you some of the usage, and what I really like is how you can both use a static username and passwords and a list as well. So what we're going to be doing today is an FTP server, but you can do an SSH server, any kind of stuff like that just as easily. So for the command line arguments, you type Hydra and L. Lowercase l means a single user. So if I would type username here, it would only search that. If you did a capital L, you can actually direct it to the file, so you can have both a user list and a password list file. So I'm going to be doing, we'll do a single user, and I'm going to say admin. And password, you can either do lowercase p or a capital P as before. Lowercase p means single password, capital P means pass list. So we'll start with a single password at this moment in time, and then we're going with admin. So I'm going to be doing FTP for this demonstration. I think that's the IP address. I've set up a FileZilla server on my local network just to test this out, and this should so it's found a previous session, and the best part about Hydra is you can actually pause and continue sessions, but I'll just remove that one for now because I don't need it. So we're attacking one server, and attacking service on port 21, which shouldn't take very long, unless of course I've typed the password wrong. I must have typed the password wrong. Was it 40? Yeah, there we go. So as you can see here, it's worked straight away. Not the password wrong, I meant the IP address wrong. But you can see here, we have been attacking one server on port 21, and it comes up here, admin, successfully completed, one password found. So what if we're going to be using a list? So in Kali you can locate word list. As you can see, there's an absolute ton of them. But right up at the top somewhere, we've got a whole bunch of password lists. So what we're going to be going for is, if I can find it here, common. Let's go for common. Let's see what's in here. So if we just more this. So it tells you a lot of common file names and stuff like that. I'm just going to make sure that admin is in here. Got a capital A, but no lowercase a admin. That's weird. But I'll just show you. This one won't work for us because that's not the right password. It's not in the word list, and that's the main issue with all kinds of password crackers. Is it relies on you having their password in your word list, and if they have a really secure password, then you're not going to get in. And that's kind of the value of a strong password. So if we go back up to this command here, if we were to do a capital P, we can now, instead of typing a single word, we can give a directory or a file of passwords. So right here, it's the same command, but we're loading them from a password list, and it will try them all against the server. So it's starting up now. Oh, wrong IP again. No, it wasn't. That was the right IP. 168. Yeah, sorry. Okay, so as you can see here, I've cancelled that, and it's actually going to load the previous session from the file, even though it had hardly started. Might take a few seconds here. Well, it could take a very long time, depending on the size of your word list. And as I think, yeah, there's 4,594 different passwords in this file, so it's going to take a very long time, and I know that that password of admin with a lowercase a is not in that word list. But it goes to show that if that password was in that list, it would work. So what would we do against, say, an SSH server? So very simply, we can do SSH here instead. We can do, I'm not really sure what else. I think we can do SMB. But yeah, it's a really robust password cracker. And the reason why I really like it is because you can load from previous sessions. So if you start it, you can cancel it, take it elsewhere. But it also allows you to, if you're doing that, is run a test for a bit. If you get locked out by a proxy, close it, connect to a different proxy, rerun it, and it'll continue where it was. Of course, I only recommend using this on in your personal systems or systems you are allowed and allowed to attack. And yeah, happy hacking. See you next time. Bye bye.